Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund.
Welcome to Beyond the Badge, a program about the inner workings of the Edina Police and Fire Departments. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sergeant Brian Hubbard. After 7 years of service and many fond memories, one of Edina's K-9 officers will retire at the end of the month. Edina TV's Dietrich Nissen caught up with Blade and his handler, Officer Jason Baer, and has more on the duo's years together on the job.
In one word, that'd be very difficult.
When asked, Officer Jason Baer couldn't readily think of a word to describe his partner, Blade. But ironically, a single word kept popping up.
A lot of effort into, or I've put a lot of effort into making him the best that he possibly could be for, obviously, the police department and the citizens of Edina. So one word would be very difficult to explain him.
Or perhaps it just takes a little effort. Since Baer met Blade back in February of 2010, effort has helped them build a close relationship.
I need to grab this collar and just kind of lift him up.
It was very interesting meeting him because that day I can remember a head instructor at St. Paul said, "He's probably going to bite you."
Lucky for Baer, Blade never did and never has.
He is 100% work, so that's what he does, and I think he'll have some hard time maybe just transitioning over to being just a pet. We spend 12 hours a day together in the car. We're together every day, obviously, when he's not working, so there certainly is a bond there.
You know, the thing for me is I'm just amazed at how much work the officers put in with the dogs.
Baer and Blade's supervising officer, Mark Melander, says the pair are well known for being professional, loyal, and dedicated to the job.
Jason, for example, with Blade has put in well over 1,500 hours of training since the two came together, and they do it just constantly. It's a weekly thing, and they're always preparing for their next trial or for demonstrations, and so it's just been amazing to me to see their dedication.
The pair's devotion has gone from public relations at neighborhood block parties
He finds people, basically.
to participating and placing third during the 2014 National K-9 Trials, to simpler moments at home.
No more treats?
It's definitely bittersweet.
When Baer began his career in 1998 as a community service officer, the department didn't even have a K-9 unit. Although that unit was created 3 years later, there weren't enough openings, and Baer had to work 10 years in patrol before he got his chance to fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming a K-9 officer.
It's certainly a quick progression of how it works. It seemed like for that first year or two, I'm the new guy, I'm just learning, and then all of a sudden you're at the end and you're the old guy who's expected to know everything and tell everybody else how it's done.
Let's move up to the next one.
During the last 7 years, Baer has helped establish a regular training group of K-9 handlers from across the metro area.
Definitely miss the people that I met along the way. K-9 handlers tend to be some of the best officers out there, and I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of really good people, so I'll definitely miss seeing monthly or bi-monthly, seeing people that I train with on a regular basis. Stay.
And as their days on patrol draw to a close, both of these officers know they'll have to rely on a mutual effort to help each other adjust to their new lives. In Edina, Dietrich Nissen, Edina TV.
Although he won't have a K-9 companion, Baer says he wants to stay involved as a judge at K-9 trial events and in the development of Edina's K-9 division. A new K-9 officer will take Blade's spot this coming spring, with Officer Mike Bankston becoming the new K-9 handler. Officer Baer will transition to another role in the department. Firefighters do many things behind the scenes to ensure a fast and successful response when called upon in an emergency. For instance, during the late stages of constructing a new building, Edina fire officials complete a walkthrough to ensure they know the layout of larger buildings in the community.
The address or the main entrance is not necessarily on the street address.
This latest example is at 7141 York Avenue South, the site of Yorkshire of Edina's senior living facility. Given the building's proximity to Richfield, both Edina and Richfield firefighters were invited to several joint walkthroughs of the building. Edina's Fire Marshal Jeff Seams says these mutual tours can lead to faster response times, vital during an emergency.
They're the ones that are going to be responding at 3 o'clock in the morning when there's an emergency. Whether it's a fire emergency or a medical emergency, they're the ones that are going to be responding. So it's important for them to know exactly where all these life safety components are.
Those life safety components include the location of the Knox box, which contains all the keys to the building, as well as the fire department connections so responding trucks can supply water to the building sprinkler system during a fire. With the holiday shopping season underway, the Edina Police Department wants to make sure residents stay safe while shopping on the internet. When shopping online, make sure to look for an S after the HTTP in a web address. The S indicates a secure connection. Another thing to be aware of is that clicking on some website links may lead you to a phishing site. Phishing sites are set up to collect your information that a thief may use to steal your identity. It's important to note thieves may wait for months or years to use your information, so paying attention to your credit cards and bank accounts is a must.
As far as other safety measures, no online retailer and regular retailer should ever ask for your social security number unless you're applying for a new credit card. They should never ask for your driver's license. You should never ask for your date of birth. So anytime that you're shopping and those types of questions are asked, that should be a big flag that you're not using a reputable site or somebody's trying to steal your information.
You can verify a business's legitimacy by viewing the rating given to it by the Better Business Bureau. If you or someone you know has been victimized, document what happened with as much detail as possible and contact Edina Police at 952-826-1610. On behalf of the City of Edina's Public Safety Team, thanks for tuning in to learn a little bit more of what goes on beyond the badge. Stay safe this holiday season.